How's it going, YouTube? We are back. There's a delay in the Dodgers-Phillies game, unfortunately, because of rain, so here we are making a video. Before we get started, I have to ask you guys to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out. We're about to hit 110 subs, which is nice. Let's get started. Once again, the American League is much more simple than the National League in terms of the Cy Young race. Garrett Cole is now the third place vote getter right now in odds, at least. Garrett Cole plus 350, 10-6 record, 3.11 ERA, 130 innings, 130.1 innings, 176 strikeouts, and a .99 WHIP. So he's been getting shelled a lot more often recently, a lot more often in the second half because of the whole sticky substance thing that they have now put on the league, the mandate. He has the highest ERA on the board here out of any of the pitchers, and it's by like a good point. So we knew that he was going to fall off because of the whole spider tag thing. We knew he wasn't going to be as good. He's still a great pitcher, but to say he's at that elite level, I don't think that he's still a top 10 pitcher, which is, yeah, he's elite. But when you're talking best pitchers in the game, top 5, top 3, he's no longer up there anymore. But he's still third in the AL, behind the two White Sox pitchers on here. He's still having a great year, still leading the league in strikeouts, I believe. Second on the board in strikeouts. And, he's still doing a job, and he's still trying to help the Yankees make the playoffs, and they're hot of late, so they're still going to need him going into the latter half of this year. Carlos Rodon, plus 310, 9-5 record, 2.38 ERA, 109.2 innings pitched, 160 Ks, and a .96 WHIP. So he's been great all year long. That ERA inflated a little bit. It was right around 2.10, I believe, last month. So that's not too bad. But as the season goes on, hitters are going to start to have more and more research of the way that you're liking to pitch in that year. He's been great. The White Sox have been great, and he's rightfully the second place vote getter. I've been saying that the guy in front of him should be number one for probably two months that we've done this. So the last two videos I've been saying that he should be number one. So, he's doing great, striking out more than Lynn does. But I believe that he also has more innings than Lynn. Or no, he did at some point, but Lynn has been having more quality starts, more getting deeper into the games more consistently after his I believe he had an early injury, missed a good week or so, missed a start or two. So he's caught back up in innings with Rodon. 2.04 ERA for Lynn, 10-3, 114.2 innings pitched, 130 Ks, and a 1.05 WHIP. So he allows more base runners than Rodon. Sorry, but he's giving up a lot less runs. I think Rodon gets a little tagged with the home run ball a little more than Lynn does, while Lynn probably walks a little bit more than Rodon. So. They're both great pitchers, and they're both on a great team, and they need both of them to play at the level that they're playing at, because Giolito has not been as good. These guys are the faces of the American League in terms of pitching right now. So, it's good for the White Sox to have both these guys, but Lynn is the better pitcher right now. 10-3 is, a remarkable record, although record is a team stat more than a pitcher stat, but you still need to go out there and pitch well to win games. Well enough, I guess. But, they're both doing great. They're both, elite pitchers in the American League right now. It's nice to see Rodon have some success after he's had injury troubles in his past, after being a pretty high up pick in the first round. So, good to see them both. Good to see the White Sox winning. But right now, I think Lynn should be the favorite in the American League. On to the National League. Things get a lot more interesting because DeGrom is no longer in the race. Corbin Burns at a plus 465, 6-4 record, 2.39 ERA, 113 innings pitched, 157 strikeouts, a .96 WHIP. So he's continuing to keep the ball in the strike zone, while also not getting hit up as much. His ERA is 2.39, which wasn't as great as he started. He started to lose a little bit of his way around the All-Star break, but he's fighting it again. And he's pitched great. He's pitched great all year. That cutter is absolutely devastating. Cutter-sinker combo. Breaks to both edges of the plate, so he's really, really tough to hit. And the Brewers have 3 guys that could be in the conversation for Cy Young. We'll get to the third one because I'm a little bit disappointed that he's not in the top 5 yet, but we'll talk about that later. Kevin Gausman, 433, plus 34-33, 10-5, 2.31 ERA, 132.1 innings pitched, 157 strikeouts, and a .94 whip. So he's still keeping the ball in the zone. He's getting tagged up a little bit more. He had a couple rough games against the Dodgers where they grinded him down a little bit. But he's still ace level. He's still Cy Young level. He's still competing. That splitter, he has a fastball, splitter, curveball, slider, I believe a changeup as well. So he's got a nice diverse mix, and he has all the pitches to dominate teams. I still think that this might be a one and done kind of year, like where you have a guy that performs out of their mind and then the next season can't replicate it, because we haven't really seen him pitch like this anywhere else at any other season. I've always thought he was a good pitcher, like with Baltimore. I thought he was good there. I just didn't see this level of talent or this level of pitching. So maybe this is who he is, and he finally figured it out. Maybe the change of scenery really helped. But I think that this might be a one-off thing. I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I hope I'm wrong, because he's extremely talented. It's always good in the game to have as many talented pitchers as you can. But he's top 4 in the National League right now, and I think deservingly so. Brandon Woodruff, a plus 433. That ERA came up a little bit at 223. 7-6 record with 137.1 innings pitched, 160 strikeouts, a .89 whip. This guy doesn't walk people. Doesn't give up a lot of hits either. Strikes out a lot of people. I think that the only really, really bad starts I can remember are against the Dodgers. The Dodgers hit him pretty well. I don't know what it is about him. Maybe it's just because he doesn't have the devastating changeup or something. He's a fastball, slider, curveball pitcher, I believe. Maybe with the changeup as well. But I just don't see him. I just don't see why he can't dominate the Dodgers, because a lot of guys seem to be having a pretty easy time doing it. But he's one of the top 2 all year. Drops down to 3 here. That ERA is above 1 again, which is not that big of a deal considering that nobody in the National League is above or below 2. So he's right up there. I think he should probably be the second favorite in my opinion, because Zach Wheeler's 10-6, 2.42 ERA, 156 innings, 181 strikeouts, which is insane, by the way. 181 strikeouts, a .99 whip. I think Woodruff has pitched better year round. I think Wheeler's punch out rate is insane, but I just don't see him in total pitching as well as Woodruff has. He's one of the guys, Wheeler being one of the guys that I'm thinking, like, I would like to see someone else on the board right now over him. By the end of the video, like I said, we'll talk about it. Right now, our favorite is Walker Buehler, 12-2, 2.13 ERA, 147.2, 152 strikeouts, and a .93 whip. So he isn't getting as much punch-outs as we're used to seeing. 12-2 is great. He's pitched phenomenal all year long. He's doing better at working deeper in the games. He's not walking as many people. He's attacking the zone with his good stuff more often. Not trying for the punch-out, just looking for soft contact, which he does get a lot of. I think that he just kind of, not that he came out of nowhere. We've known he's good. We've known he's going to be a star. But, he wasn't on the top 5 in any of the other videos, right? And now he's number 1. He did have a great month. That month of June was exceptional for him. He had a great month. But it's just, I wonder if Bauer doesn't get pulled for his allegations, if DeGrom doesn't get injured, are we still talking about Walker Buehler being the best pitcher in the National League? Or, are him and DeGrom going at it for ERA, or is DeGrom going to continue to dominate? You know what I mean? So Walker Buehler's a favorite right now, but had DeGrom been here, was he a surefire Cy Young winner? Does Buehler get second? You know what I mean? These are all these conversations. And finally, where's Freddie Peralta on this list? He's had an absolute exceptional season for Milwaukee, an all-star, had to be voted in, which is, I think, disrespectful in my opinion. Same with Buehler, had to be voted in or replaced in. Both disrespectful for Cy Young pitchers, Cy Young caliber pitchers, but Freddie Peralta is one of the guys that should be on this list. Maybe for Burns, maybe for Wheeler, one of those two. One of those two needs to be replaced for Freddie Peralta. I think Freddie Peralta is getting a little bit too disrespected because he's not one of those big-name pitchers. He's pitched exceptionally well, so I am a Freddie Peralta advocate. 3 Cy Young caliber players on Milwaukee makes him extremely dangerous come playoff time. But I'm a Freddie Peralta advocate. I think that he should be on this list for sure. That's going to do it for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe. Comment on who your guys' Cy Young winner is. If you guys would like to make a donation to the channel, it's No Hate Media on Cash App, and I will see you guys next time.